And there's Gerardo. Gerardo, how are you on this fine Wednesday morning?
Well, if I was any better, I would be James Franklin.
Ain't that right? James Franklin, the newest head coach of the Virginia Tech Hokies. This did not come without a lot of drama, without a lot of will they, won't they, a lot of does he want this job? Does Arkansas want him? Does Florida State want him?
Hmm.
This was a cycle for like a couple of weeks, and Virginia Tech finally held his feet to the fire, and guess what? He's going back home. Uh, he's going to take over Virginia Tech, try to bring them back from the depths of the ACC. He's already flipped one of the recruits that he had at Penn State. He's going to jump on over to Virginia Tech. But yeah, Gerardo, you were one of his biggest critics up there in Penn State. He obviously gets the boot. How do you feel about him now that he's going down to Virginia Tech?
I could kind of see why he didn't take any other job. Florida State is still a blue blood level college football team, so he needs to take a step down from those type of schools. He only was good when he was with lower expectations, and even at Vanderbilt, guess what? Vanderbilt has also outgrew him, which was funny as of right now. Like he was really good with Vanderbilt back then. Like he got him 9 wins when Vanderbilt was like really, really bad. Well, Vanderbilt now, like without him, has become more relevant than he was ever there. And Vanderbilt, they thought that he was the best thing that ever happened at Vanderbilt. Well, I think he's always been kind of like a fraud to me too. Like the whole I've always done more with less, and every time I get more, I do less. So him going to Virginia Tech, I mean, like, listen, I got nowhere else to go. They kind of need some relevancy. They haven't had a meaningful head coach there since Frank Beamer, and they just haven't recruited well at all since then. They haven't had any top recruits. They haven't had any good players necessarily, like even get drafted of notoriety since then as well too.
The last
But
big Virginia Tech guy I could think of drafted was the Edmonds brothers, Tremaine and
well, the left tackle for
Trey.
what's it, the Vikings?
Oh, Darisaw was a Hokie. There you go.
I believe so.
There you go. This is not a
Uh,
Viking shirt. You guys can't clown me for not remembering that Darisaw was a Hokie.
but yeah, I just think it's a solid move for Virginia Tech, and I kind of see why he didn't go at any other school. Yes, there would have probably been more money on the line. Yes, there would have been better programs on the line to get him. But guess what? I think that he knew I suck now. I probably should go to a school that like it's like middle of the pack and kind of like can resurrect his like career. So why not go to Virginia Tech? Because it's it's kind of like either a win-win or a lose-lose for him. If he brings it back, that means he's actually a decent head coach and he now comes into relevancy. Virginia Tech is like almost a blue blood. Like it's like right there. They've had, I mean, when Beamer was there, they were a recent team. They were a very decent team. They've been to the Orange Bowl before. They were a powerhouse in the ACC. Where if he fails at this point when Virginia Tech sucks, he's done. He's just going to be a commentator coach for the rest of his life. And also, he's losing out on that money because they Penn State restructured that buyout. Is no longer $49 million because he took a job. Now it's only $9 million. So he just lost on $40 million for taking this job.
But if you're gonna look at the positives of any of this, I think you gotta give credit where credit's due. Franklin is a solid recruiter, and that's
Mm-hmm.
something that Virginia Tech needs badly. Uh, they just need eyeballs back on them. They need something to get the juices going. And Franklin comes in. He's a high level coach. Like as far as notoriety, he's a high level coach. Like he's gotten wins in the Big Ten. Um, he can win. He can, and I think when you look at this ACC, it's wide freaking open.
Mm-hmm.
Clemson hasn't quite regained its composure. Um, the
Miami stumbled
UNC
out the
thing's a
gate.
joke.
Yeah.
Miami is teeter tottered.
Yep.
They're in the transfer portal for a quarterback every year. Um, the ACC is open. It's wide open, and I think you get Franklin in there. He's already going to be probably one of the top 2 or 3 coaches in that conference, and he can bring recruiting. He can bring a little flair. And Tech, I don't want to say they're going to be uber competitive year one, because year one's always kind of laying down the foundation. But as the years go on, I could see them hanging around with the Miamis and the Clemsons of the world.
The only counter argument to him being a good recruiter is that he wasn't one at Vandy, and because Penn State's such a blue blood, you're technically going to automatically get recruits, whether or not you're a good or bad coach at Penn State. And that's kind of the thing that it's like. And also, when you need to be a good recruiter, I don't need you to be, how do I say it? You can't get 4 and 5 star guys at those schools. What you need to do is, I need you to hit on 2 and 3 stars. And like, how are you finding the diamonds in the rough out there? Because it's Virginia Tech, so that means you're automatically losing out to Clemson's in Miami. Like, your selling point, even despite them having a down year, it is hard to sell against Miami. It is hard to sell against Clemson. And they have the upper hand against you as a school, like all throughout the ACC. So it's not hitting on 4-star. You can get a 4-star guy there, but is he going to be good as well too? Like, the recruiting for James Franklin is going to be make or break on 2 and 3-star guys at Virginia Tech, because especially building it from the ground up, like, what is that going to look like? Also, your NIL packaging, like, are you going to be getting people from Penn State to come to you? Are you flipping people to come to you? Like, how much money are you going to be invested
He's already
in?
flipped one of them. I didn't get the name of the one that he flipped, but
I mean, if he got the starting quarterback from Penn State, that'd be hilarious.
This article that says 5 current or former who could, but there was one guy who already did.
Which doesn't surprise me. It's like, you're just like, it's easy pickings, right? He's gonna get his guys that are at Penn State.
Oh, God damn it, 24/7 Sports. Don't make me turn off my
Yeah, it's probably gonna ask you to, like,
Dodge Center from Minnesota. He committed to Penn State, and then he turned to Virginia Tech.
Yeah, okay.
I believe is what this says.
Okay.
And they're also predicted to land former elite Penn State quarterback commit Troy Hun.
Okay.
Troy Hun. Let's see what he's about. He is a 4-star.
Okay. But it's like, you need to start hitting on those, because like, you can get all the 4 and 5 stars you want. I mean, as Penn State, they didn't win a meaningful game when Franklin was there with them. It's not
true,
about,
but Virginia Tech hasn't been winning shit, period.
right.
They will take the downfalls that Penn State has had.
Oh yeah. But it's kind of like I said, though, it's kind of like, you don't have nothing in the middle for James Franklin. You only have him at Vanderbilt and him at Penn State. You have him at a joke of a school, football wise, back then too, to a blue blood school. You have him overachieving at Vanderbilt, like, I think maybe only twice when he was there. You have him completely underachieving at Penn State every year. So, what version of James Franklin? Who's the real James Franklin? Please stand up. Like that's what we're kind of at with him.
There is the thumbnail. Well, the real James Franklin, please stand up.
Please stand up. Please stand up.
But I'm optimistic. I think that this could work out pretty well.
Oh, it's really good for Virginia Tech regardless. Yeah. You're getting notoriety. Like, it's going to be a good first year or two. But it's just like, ultimately, if you're trying to get to Frank Beamer days, that I do not know.
But that's kind of what we had for that. So we'll move on.